On the edge of a forgotten village stood an old mansion that everyone feared. It had been abandoned for more than 70 years. The windows were broken, the walls were covered with dark vines, and every night, strange lights appeared inside. The villagers believed the house was cursed. One rainy evening, a young photographer named Ethan decided to prove that the stories were only myths. He packed his camera, flashlight, and backpack and entered the mansion just before midnight. As soon as he stepped inside, the heavy wooden door slammed shut behind him. Ethan tried to open it, but it would not move. The air inside was freezing. Every room was covered with dust, yet strange footprints appeared on the floor as if someone invisible had just walked past him. He followed the footprints upstairs. At the end of the hallway, he found an old bedroom. In the middle of the room was a cracked mirror. When Ethan looked into it, his reflection smiled. But Ethan had not smiled. He stumbled backward in fear. The smile inside the mirror slowly disappeared, and the reflection raised one hand. Ethan looked at his own hand. It was still by his side. Suddenly, loud footsteps echoed through the hallway. Bang, 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 something was coming. He turned off his flashlight and hid behind an old wardrobe. The footsteps stopped outside the room. Silence. Then, 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. The bedroom door opened by itself. A tall shadow entered the room. It had no face, only 2 glowing white eyes. The shadow stood still, as if searching for someone. Ethan held his breath. After a few moments, the shadow slowly turned toward the wardrobe where he was hiding. The glowing eyes stared directly at him. Before he could move, a whisper filled the room. "You should never have come here." The wardrobe door burst open. But the shadow was gone. Only a small music box lay on the floor. When Ethan picked it up, it began playing an old lullaby. At that moment, children's laughter echoed throughout the mansion. 1, then 2, then dozens. Every hallway filled with tiny footsteps running through the darkness. The walls began to shake. The lights flashed. The mirror downstairs shattered by itself. Ethan ran toward the front door, but every hallway led him back to the same bedroom. No matter which staircase he used, he always returned to the room with the cracked mirror. Hours passed, or maybe only minutes. Time no longer made sense. Finally, he found a hidden staircase leading underground. The basement was darker than anything he had ever seen. In the center stood dozens of old photographs. Each photo showed a different visitor who had entered the mansion over the years. All of them had disappeared. Then Ethan found the newest photograph. It had been taken only moments before. It showed him, standing exactly where he was now. Behind him, the faceless shadow was smiling. Ethan screamed and dropped the photograph. The basement lights went out. When the police searched the mansion the next morning, they found Ethan's camera near the entrance. The memory card contained hundreds of black photographs. In every single picture, a faceless figure stood closer than before. But Ethan himself was never seen again. Even today, travelers say that on rainy nights, a flashlight can be seen moving through the mansion's broken windows. Some believe it is Ethan, still searching for the exit. And if you ever hear 3 slow knocks at your door after midnight, do not answer.